Alright, what's up guys? My name is Electro and today I'm gonna show you how to make this. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna show you guys is the drums, all of the drums that I used, and I used kind of like some samples and some hats, or not samples, some samples and some ultra beat. Pretty much like it's like a really awesome drum loop, I think. So because it like moves pretty quick and it kind of works well with the mellow chords, the mellow uplifting chords. So first thing I'm going to show you is my what are they called? My timbre layered with tambourine layered with shakers from what's it called? Kontakt 5. And all I did was I laid out a line of these with, as you can see, the different velocities to make it sound authentic and real, to make it sound like not digital. So I also put chorus on it to sit it in both your ears because it didn't have a lot of stereo on it, and chorus kind of gives it as much stereo as it can really have. That's yeah. I love putting chorus on drums, especially hi-hats, and it's fun to do with snares sometimes. Because I could get like a really cool sound doing that. Because if I have chorus on and I play it like that, you can hear it's kind of sitting in both of your ears. But if I turn it off, it's kind of like right in the center of you, right in front of you. But I don't like it. I like it spread out. So that's my shakers, and then I added this just basic clap. Oh yeah, and there's a delay on the sound. I don't know, you'll see how there's kind of a delay when this thing goes over certain sounds, but there also is for me. I'd have to restart my computer for that to go away. I really don't feel like it, so I guess we just got to deal with that. So moving on to the next layer, drums. Just a couple of ultra beats here. I have the Electro House kit and the Ghost Town kit, so just the Ghost Town kit sounds like this. Just a cool little sound, cool little synthesized drum sound. And this is the Electro House kit. You can see I have a few layers here. And the different sounds you're hearing is clearly that ride. This ride sits on top of every single kick. Not one kick goes without this ride. And then you have this kind of hitting at different sounds, as you can see, or different times here, as you can see. And all these are side chained to the kick, so when the kick hits, these are actually squashed away a little bit. And then I have this little shaker as a layer and complement to these original shakers I showed you. And then of course the mighty kick. Nothing really special about the kick. Okay, so there's our drums there. Really nice drum loop. I liked how that drum loop turned out. And if you're wondering about this space, yeah, I like spaces when kicks open up. got like that one kick's worth of space. And you know, the way I made this, if you want to look up on my videos how to make a chord in, or how to make a pluck sound in Sylenth 1, you'll learn how to make this. Only difference is I distorted it right here. If you don't want to go through my videos and check it, you would have to search on YouTube how to make a pluck sound or how to make a chord sound in Sylenth 1, and then you'll learn how to make that sound there. But I'll show you the notes that I use. It's just because I don't feel like really showing how to do that, because I've shown how to do it so many times. But yeah, very simple melody. All I did was play these out and arpeggiated these. Now when you put turn the arpeggiator on, default it says up right here. You put it to chord if you want to make it a chord. Then I set my time to 1/8 and my gate I opened all the way, and then you can get the same sound if you do that. And if I turn the distortion off, it sounds like this. Yeah, so it's pretty heavy distortion, but it sounds really awesome. I mean, and if you look how simple it is, it's not really much going on here. So I low cut that obviously to get away from the bass, and that's pretty much, these are the driving force behind this whole thing, because it's like these and the hi-hats which really get it going forward. Now let's check out that mean bass line. I fucking love this bass line so much. Very heavy, very nice. So, same thing I did here, I just made a simple pluck sound. Yeah, I just made a pluck sound. I used these waves here, the pulse width waves, detuned them. Looks like I left the stereo on part B. Left the stereo on all of them wide open. Cut it off a little, I chorded it out here, and that's really it for that. Again, all it is a simple chord. If you want to learn how to make a chord, just look up how to make a chord and you'll know how I made this entire thing here, because this is pretty much all little pluck chord sounds, house chords. I low cut it with this guy here. I turn this on and low cut it. So there's no sub bass, so if I solo that you'll hear. And then this one's just a sine wave distorted to fatten it up a little bit. But that's it. All it is a sine wave. And so moving on to the atmospheric sounds. The sounds you don't pay attention to, but they are there. So I'm going to show you these. I'm going to turn that off and oh my god, I fucking can listen to that forever. It's just layers and layers of pads, both Sylenth 1 and Kontakt 5 pads. You can see here I use this pad from Reactor 5, and all of them are side chained, as you can see. I have compressors here. I use the solid dynamic compressors because they're more solid dynamic compressors from Native Instruments, that is, because it's way more aggressive than Logic compressors, which are more they're slower moving. I don't like slower moving compressors all the time. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I use the Logic compressor, but I like the solid dynamic compressor. You can see here I have this guy panned in my right ear. I'm just going to go into each of these individually because I'm kind of like annoying myself by not doing that. So these sounds, I must explain, you don't really pay attention to them, but they are there. They're atmospheric sounds. So this one's panned in my right ear, and I had to complement that by panning something to my left. Just gives you more spread, gives you more openness, and they're very quiet. You can see My volumes are very quiet on them, and they're slightly different. This left ear looks like this, and this right ear looks like this. Left ear is significantly louder. I don't know if that's on purpose, but it is. It definitely is. So these, as simple as could be, super saws, arpeggiated, chorded, instead. So default, like I said, if you turn on the arpeggiator, it should sound like this. Hold on. You should get something like this. But if you turn it to chord, and then you turn the time to 1/8 and gate to 100%. But watch what happens if I do this. So yeah, definitely really fun to mess around with. I would definitely consider just having a fun day messing around with that arpeggiator, learning how to use it, and yeah, definitely, it's a good time. Just a basic pad in the background. Reactor 5, didn't have to make it, it's a preset. And then I have this symbol here on the attack of the drop. A couple things moving that symbol, spreading that symbol all the way out is my repeat. I have it on 97% repeat and 81% wet. That will be a long-lasting symbol. Little bit of reverb, not much. You don't need too much when you're delaying or echoing. If you have reverb and delay, like, definitely fight each other, I've learned. So I jacked up the overdrive because that symbol is crucial, but it's so not loud enough. It is not nearly loud enough. I do want to figure out how to make this sound bigger without making these leads sound bigger. Like, my challenge is having these leads being as subtle as they are, but I wanted it to pop in your face, and it almost does, but it doesn't. So, let's see, I got one last thing. It was this guy, this cool sounding thing. Simple as can be, just a, as you can see, just a, alright, that was annoying. Square wave, detuned, and that's it. Didn't touch anything here. As you can see, I turned this on, but I didn't even use it because I opened up the cutoff all the way. Obviously, a lot of reverb, a lot of echo. The echo was the thing that really brought this thing to life because it kind of travels throughout the thing for a long time. 91% repeat, 78% wet on the echoer. So I'm going to play this one last time, and that'll be the end of the video. So thanks for watching, everybody.